With all of these overload champions running amok, you're going to need a weapon to help deal with them. So you're probably thinking, okay, but bows are the only option alongside swords, and who the hell wants to use a sword? So what do you have for me today? Today, I have for you the Biting Winds, a kinetic bow that you can get off of Europa by doing bounties with Varix. So again, the Biting Winds is a kinetic bow in the kinetic slot. It has an impact of 76, accuracy is at 78, its stability is a 49, handling is a 54, the reload on it is a 46, the aim assist is a 66, and the zoom is an 18. The recoil direction is a 63, the draw time is a 684, and the inventory size for the magazine or quiver or whatever you call that thing is 61. All right. Now I don't know too much about bows, okay? Now, and I don't go too that deeply into them. They're just another form of a sniper rifle. The stats of them are a bit finicky here, but what you're mostly looking for is one, that impact, two, the handling, as well as the accuracy of the bow, and then three, the zoom, which helps you out with getting those shots as well as the reload time with the draw time. And like I said, when it comes to bows, the point of interest for me, when it comes to bows, the point of interest is the draw time along with the perks. Now, mostly all the bows in the World of Destiny are good, but two things make them stand out for me. And the first is the perks. So right along here on d2gunsmith.com, we're looking at the Biting Winds perk list here. And it pretty much has every typical bow perk in the first column, okay? You have agile bowstring, you have tactical string, you have elastic string, flexible string, high tension string, natural string, and polymer string. Then in the second column, you have carbon arrow shaft, compact arrow shaft, fiberglass arrow shaft, helical fletching, natural fletching, straight fletching. Then in the third column is where we start to get into the perks that we all know about. So you have Killing Wind, No Distractions, Moving Target, Rapid Hit, Quick Draw, and then Surplus. Then in the final column, we have Unrelenting, Sympathetic Arsenal, Swashbuckler, Rangefinder, Explosive Head, and Snapshot. Looking at this perk pool, there's only one thing that is missing that would make this bow the absolute go-to for me, and that perk is Warble. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist here. That only exists on the Whispering Slab. And I'm pretty sure you've heard that that's the go-to for kinetic bows these days. But I want you to stop and think for a second and think about utility. That perk is so overrated. It is good because of the damage output that it does. But when it comes to things like overload champions, you're kind of missing out there with the stun. Yes, when you shoot the bow, it does stun them, but sometimes that extra oomph from a specific perk helps you out in that department. So let's go ahead and talk about the recommendations. The PvE recommendations, it's going to be Rapid Hit as well as Explosive Head. And then it's also going to be Rapid Hit, and Sympathetic Arsenal. Now you're probably going like, whoa, those are two. Actually, the first one makes sense, but that second one, what's that about? So first off, Explosive Payload is the most valuable perk on bows, hands down, period, point blank. When dealing with champs, you get the double stun, which lasts longer than if you did it with a regular bow shot. And it also, when keeping them, it keeps them from regenerating a lot faster than it does with a normal bow shot. Now, Sympathetic Arsenal, on the other hand, is a unique and underrated perk that when used with the correct loadout can help provide excellent DPS. If you want to know more about the perk in detail, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll kind of go over it a little bit more in detail and have a video about it. Other than that, let's go hop over to the PvP recommendations. Now for PvP recommendations, I'm going to go with No Distractions and Explosive Payload. Now hear me out. Since this is another variant on a long range combat thing like snipers, having something to help mitigate and cause flinch is pretty nice. All right. You get No Distractions to help keep you from getting flinched too hard. And then you have Explosive Payload to cause that flinch. So I think the pairing's pretty good. You also have options like moving target for handling and an extra aim assist there. And you can also use variants like surplus and killing one with rangefinder or swashbuckler. You really have some good choices here to pick and choose from, which leads me to my recommendation. So, for my recommendation, this is 100% a go for. First off, this weapon is a very easy targeted farm. The prerequisites require you to do the Beyond Light campaign and unlock the bounties from barracks, but after that, you can farm this weapon for as many times as you want, as long as you have the currency to do so. That might sound like it's a bunch of tedious things to do, but it's well worth it, and it's a far more easier option than waiting to try to get a Whispering Slab from Banshee and wasting materials, or trying to go do an old school raid, i.e. Guard of Salvation, to get another bow. Also, with us dealing with a lot of fallen champions and things of that nature, this will come in prime time non-stop, because that's typically what we've been dealing with all this season and the last 2 seasons, to be quite honest. Okay, now I know what a lot of people are going to tell you, and you're going to hear a lot of it, is Whispering Slab's the best because it has Vorpal weapon. And sure, you can go with Vorpal weapon if you want, but again, you have to farm that weapon either through bounties or either through random bounties or you have to farm that weapon with materials, or you go back to one of the previous seasons, which don't even really exist anymore, and you just pray and hope that you get it out of an Umbral engram. And again, then you're still fighting the perk pool RNG. So make it easier on yourself. Just go for the bounties from barracks on Europa and get yourself a nice decent bow that'll hold you over until that god roll drops of Whispering Slab. All right, with that said and done, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give this video a like, because it not only helps me out and get my videos recommended on YouTube and helping me grow the channel, but it also lets me know that I have helped you along the way. Also, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know some things about you. If you want me to review a specific kind of weapon, if you need some more help or anything like that. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.